Oh, this is the Love Gurus podcast. We are live. We're over Zoom this time. Thank you guys for being here. We are still going to take ridiculous dating questions from the wild animals on Reddit. Oh, this is the Love Gurus podcast.
Wait, your love line is going kind of bad.
Being here, we are still going to take
ridiculous your girlfriend
wild animals
accidentally
on Reddit. Oh, this is the
your
Love
dad.
Gurus podcast. There we go.
Romance,
Not sure why that
maybe
happened.
ain't
Now it's
the
fixed.
norm. If you find out your fiance has been slipping it to
That's
your
right.
mom,
Mom jokes. In
Hate
the
that.
immortal
just
words
ask the
of Bill
love
O'Reilly.
guru.
Fuck it. Let's do
Tell
it
you
live.
what to do.
That's right.
Listen
do
to
it live.
the love gurus, or your life is screwed. Love gurus.
Oh, you heard the man. This is the Love Gurus podcast. Thank you for being with us. We're going to take ridiculous dating questions from the wild animals on YouTube and you guys in the chat. I guess I can check the chat on my phone. I'm not really sure how we're going to do that. I haven't done one over Zoom in so long. But thank you for being here, man. With me as always, the amazing co-host, Suzelia Shepard. How's it going?
Oh, it's just great. It's a rainy day in New York, so we thought, you know what? Let's just bang out a podcast because it's what we do. I mean, we're, even though we're not outside volunteering, we're inside giving advice to people who really need it, so we're helping.
Nice. Yes, absolutely. We're indoors. We are we're going live from home. Figuring out how I'm gonna get this chat thing
Literally
going.
my favorite.
Oh, here we go. Awesome. My question is, can I live stream simultaneously on? Wait, no, I'm watching a different thing on YouTube, not our thing. But let me introduce.
Hey, watch your
I
own
was like,
podcast while you're doing it.
Yeah, I was trying to see the comments, but I was on a different YouTube video. I'm like, this isn't about our podcast at all. What the fuck? What's this guy talking about? But no, let me introduce our two awesome guests today. First up, she is a returning guest, a hilarious stand-up comic, the one, the only Jenn Wehrung. Thank you for being back.
Friends?
Yeah.
So excited
Absolutely.
to be here and still in pajama pants. That's my favorite kind of show.
That's right. I am. I'm actually wearing a Bugs Bunny pants. I'm like going half furry today. You guys
Hot.
can't see it. Yeah. It rocks, dude. Tell them where they can find you.
Well, you can find me on all the socials at Jenn Wehrung. That's 2 N's and wearing spelled as if you're super German, like Wehrung. You know what I'm saying? Like there's an H, there's a U. You'll find me. It's fine.
There we go. Joel on YouTube says Fugelsang looks remarkably like the lovely Amy Liszka.
Yes.
Let us introduce producer Amy and the official fill-in guest / fill-in host / everything the podcast needs. The one and only Amy Liszka. Thank you for being back on the show.
You guys have no idea how happy I am to be a part of this.
Yes.
Instead of in the other room,
Happy to
I
have
missed
you.
my fill-in spot. So thank you so much for having me.
Yes. Well, it's harder for her to fill in now that we have a kid, so it kind of blows having a
Yeah,
kid.
and if you see me all of a sudden mute myself and kind of go off camera, that's because my kid or / dogs are going crazy right now. But
That's right. Just cover their faces with blankets for this.
They'll be fine.
That's the
And
move.
you can find me at any type of daycare center. I don't know, shopping for diapers. Yeah, that's my life now.
Same.
Oh, Joel on YouTube says, what the hell, dude? My camera and mic are hooked up for Zoom. You know what? Let's have Joel on as a guest next time we do this.
Yeah.
I would
wanna
love
do
that.
Cool. All right, dude. Joel, you're in. Next time we do this, we'll set up a date.
That would be so
Oh,
fun.
man, I want to call in
Oh
on
my
Joel's
gosh,
day
I
too.
won't
Fucking A.
know how to look at Joel without a guitar in his hand, because I always see that picture of him just
Yeah.
with a guitar.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, his lips are moving. This is
Joel
crazy.
wrote your song, right?
Yeah, our intro song.
I was there the first time you guys played it. Joel, you
Yeah. Aw.
Joel says, it's wonderful to have you, Amy. Wait, that didn't sound right. Actually, it sounded normal until you made it weird. Yeah. I mean, honestly.
It's probably the nicest thing anyone said to Amy all weekend. So
Yeah. God knows I haven't said anything that nice to her this weekend. It's what a fucking dick when the podcast isn't running. But
well, I mean, obviously we're so all four of us are so self-aware. There's absolutely none of us in on this podcast that are delusional or chasing a dream. It's probably never gonna happen.
Not at all.
That's right.
So
crushing it, goddamn crushing it.
Yeah. So which is why the theme for this week is dealing with delusion. Because
what losers.
Who better to deal with delusion than the four of us? I must say.
Yes.
Amen.
Absolutely. Yeah. Let's take our first question from the wild animals on Reddit. People, if you are listening out there on Spotify, iTunes, any of that good stuff, like and subscribe it, then check us out every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. That's normally when we do it, but right now we're live at 5-ish p.m. on a Saturday. We might start doing more of these on the weekends. This is kind of fun. But for now, we are going to take our first question from the wild animals on Reddit.
First question. My wife misrepresents how we paid for our house. So a little background.
What a cunt. Oh, sorry, you're not even there yet.
He's a cunt. Oh, what? No question.
Get the gavel. We solved this case early. She's been ruled to be a cunt. Case closed.
Done. Next question.
I feel like this could be kind of like the Apollo, how they automatically boo right away. Would be like, cunt. God.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right.
I feel like Jen's like a French revolutionary person. She like beheads and asks questions later.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Every time.
That's actually a Dutch person. Whoopsies. Okay.
Sorry. I just moved.
Stick your head in this guillotine, cunt. You've been found guilty.
I'm 34. My wife is 33. And I was renting in the city. And my wife had a small house in the suburbs. When things got serious, I moved in with her and paid half of the bills. We got engaged and started planning for a wedding, family, etc., and looking for a bigger house. We also agreed that when we moved, that my wife would scale back her job to part-time so that she could take care of the house, and then eventually we plan to have a family. Now the issue. Whenever we talk about the house, she always feels the need to say, I paid the majority of the deposit, and it's because of me we got the house, which technically is correct. She did pay 60% of the deposit, but
not gonna lie, I could totally see myself doing that. I did 60, you did 40. I don't know.
I'm the majority shareholder of this home. You fucking do the dishes now.
But the part that she ignores is that the reason why I didn't pay the other 10% is because I paid for our wedding. Our wedding was nearly $30,000. So yes, she did pay 60% of the deposit, but if we factor in the overall expenses, it's much closer. I'm basically paying way more than she is. None of the above is done begrudgingly, and she's my wife, and I want an open discussion with her about finances, but it feels like she's doing this to give the impression to others that I'm somehow freeloading off of her. We've talked about it, and I always immediately correct anyone who implies just that. It feels a bit shitty to have to do that, and also because I feel like I prioritize us and starting a new life, whereas she is trying to act like she's more than equal. How do I even approach this? So quick recap. They bought a house. The wife put in 60% of the down payment. He put in 40%, but he also paid for their wedding, which, I mean, it sounds like it was like a really nice wedding, you know?
$30K, that's a solid amount.
Yeah, that's a solid amount.
They got ripped off. We got ours for like $2.5 grand, dude. It's all about doing it in a flyover state.
Yeah. It's but now his wife is saying, okay, like, you know, sort of like establishing her dominance, her own, I guess, like sense of success.
She should just pee on him.
Yeah,
And then the house too. Maybe she pees on the house and she pees on him.
She pees on his 40%, her 60%. She leaves. Totally
and then he
fine.
pees on her wedding dress, and they ride off into the sunset. That's my idea.
Yeah. With enough urine, we can solve all of his problems.
Does anyone have a jellyfish? How do we get a jellyfish involved?
Yeah.
I feel very cleansed.
I've got a bucket for this one.
I just want to know. Well, I want to know though. how much was this house? Because it's kind of like if she paid 60% and this house was $300,000 and he paid 40%, but then the wedding was only 30,000, that isn't too much more, maybe she did technically pay 60% and he's trying to just add an extra 30, houses can be expensive,
I just want to say this is a lot of math. And, I would like to.
I mean, it's totally worth it if you can prove that you're the winner.
Oh, that's the point. Thanks, Aim. Thanks.
Yeah. I mean,
I was missing something.
If he's saying that the reason why he didn't put in the 10% was because he spent that $30,000 on the wedding, one could sort of, I mean, but it's not definitely true, but I mean, are they
10%
like so
of
rich that 10% was $30,000? So she paid, 6 times $30,000. That sounds like a lot of money. And it sounds like these people don't have real problems, or am I generalizing?
None of this is a real problem, and they should get divorced, because if this is where they already are, they're fucked. That's my
advice. I was gonna say, if she's being this shitty about a 10%, look, it's one thing if you make 90% of the money in a relationship, or you paid 90% of the down payment for the house, it's like, okay, you're going to get to make a little bit more of the decisions. That's how that works. If we're talking a 60-40 split, fuck off. That's still pretty much even. You know what I mean?
If you're writing a question to Reddit, you live in like fucking Indiana. Let's just start there. Like, you don't live in a real town. So your house costs $30. So let's let's be honest. So
you want it in a game of poker. Be honest.
So we're talking about like 10% could literally equal $30,000. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just think this is all silly. And who buys the Christmas gifts and who wipes their own ass? Like, enough.
That's
like
true.
Divorce, kill yourself.
I bought the Charmin this week. You bow to me.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think that if again, like so they've gotten married, they bought a house, and now she is scaling. She's only working part-time so that she can be around to take care of the house, and then also be the mom and like stay home that time with the kids. I think that
you don't even have kids yet.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess like you have to, like, if you're you can't be on your feet all day if you want to ovulate. Is that true? I don't know.
I paid a lot of money to fucking force ovulation. Didn't work out at all. So like, I say, suck it, kids. Like, enough.
Yeah. Dude, I'm so glad I don't ovulate. That sounds like a real pain.
Hey, you got to sit down. There's shots involved. It's bullshit.
Anytime that you're a female, they make you do tricks just to get some stuff going. They're like, you know what? If you just stand on your head, I'm sure you could be a real woman someday.
Here,
I don't know.
60% of this banana up there. Let's see what happens.
Dude, it's great.
Like, come on.
It's like,
every time I go to the doctor,
let's see what hormones we can inject and see if she murders someone.
I want to know what the end goal is here. Let's say they do all the math and they figure it out by the hours that she spends at home versus the hours that she's at work, and the hours he's extra at work, but she's at home, and now she gets knocked up, and they're still fighting about this. Like, when do they kill themselves? Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I just think this is, what is this fight that they're having? Calm down.
Yeah, because it does keep going. Sure. But it's like, I think that she certainly feels like...
Wait, it keeps going?
Oh, no. I'm saying like the fight will keep going.
Oh, sorry. I thought the actual Reddit... I was like, wait a minute, Suzanne.
No. We're not reading novels here. But like, I think it's like she probably does feel like a little, like she may be, feels a little less than, because she's not working as much. She's not like, financially bringing in as much as he is. And so it's like, that's, she's asserting her sense of self, her sense of, worth.
I think the word
by saying, okay, I did this. Yeah, I did this. And she's sort of like clinging on to that because, she feels less than, because now she's just like kind of a stay-at-home mom. She probably has like a college degree, and now she's just going to like,
but she chose to do that. Like, at the end of the day, she chose to cut her working hours and stay home. So like, you don't get to now go every time you go to Bennigan's be like, I'll have the bloomin' onion. And also I paid more for my house. Like, calm down, bitch. Like, you chose to be home to have the babies. Like,
the sushi guy is like, is that Bennigan's or Benihana's?
Oh, no, it's Benihana. It's the guy flipping the shrimp. He's like, wait, hold on.
He's like throwing a shrimp to try and get it in her mouth. So just shut up. We know.
He's shutting her up like a trained seal.
I mean,
like
he
a
did.
Bennigan's Benihana restaurant crust.
if
If we get anything
the
from this
chef-
question,
if the chef at Bennigan's or Benihana's hates you, you are a terrible person, and you
You're a
probably should
terrible
put your
person.
face. Yeah, you should put your face right on the stove.
also
Yeah.
you said chef, so that's already hilarious.
These people are cooks and nothing more. Joel on YouTube says, Christ almighty, how much was the deposit? Maths are hard. Yeah, it's
Are
tough,
hard,
man.
Joel.
We kind of
They
need,
are hard.
yeah, it's he was, and I do like to point this out at least once an episode. When there is a lack of detail that seems important, I like to err against the person writing the question for two reasons. A, this is on Reddit and these people are animals. B, this is their pro-them propaganda. It's their
Good point.
MSNBC, their Fox News, their North Korean state-run news if they inherit the entire country. So when he gets super detailed about how much he paid for the wedding, which was $30,000, we got a dollar amount for that one. How
Yeah.
much was the house? I don't know. You get to just
Good
guess
point,
on
Jake.
that one. I think it was a lot. I think it was a lot. I think that 10% is way more than 30,000. Not that that should matter a whole hell of a lot. Because like I said, 60-40 is close enough to half and half. The decisions in the relationship should be fucking equal at that point.
But yeah, it's like, even though this discussion is about something that was like a big purchase for them in their lives, like it doesn't even matter. Like if you're with someone and they just can't fucking let something go, like if you mess something up, it's like, God damn it, we just got all the way to the grocery store and you didn't even bring the grocery list. And then it's like every time you're out at a cocktail party, it's like, God, we got to the grocery store and fucking Martin didn't even bring the grocery list. It's
Right.
like,
Do you remember that
years,
time in
Brenda, let it go.
1987 when we were at a Publix, Martin, and you fucking forgot the grocery list, and we bought 2 onions and we needed a cucumber?
It was right after I got home from the Great War. How long are you going to keep this fight going, Margaret? Jesus Christ. I wish the Jerrys would have killed me. I wish the Jerrys would have shot me right in that stupid metal helmet I was wearing.
I write to you from the trenches, where I am having the toughest of times with the gun in my ass.
But that, and then the other
I'm
thing
in an emotional trench for the rest of my life with you. How dare you? This is worse. You're worse than the Kaiser. You're worse than him.
Emotional trenches.
But
cheers to
the
that.
other thing, cheers, to emotional trenches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the other thing I also want to point out is that these
I
people
forgot
are
my wine. I'm
Hang
so
on.
sad.
what a
Keep talking
dick.
amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
But the other thing I want to point out is that these people, they're 34 and 33. If this was like a marriage where like they were 22 and 23, it's like, okay, yeah, you guys are babies. You don't know how to talk. But like shit's happened. These people, they're fucking adults. Like they
I do have to say, when you said their ages, Suze, a part of me was a little like, okay, this might be a slightly more intelligent question. And then I was instantly let down.
They're
You know what I mean?
32. Wait, they're 32 and what?
33.
He's 34 and she's 33.
Right. Like they're like
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
grown fuckers. Like, I mean, it's not super grown, but it's not like 12-year-olds. So like,
Yeah.
let's go.
They're
Calm
old
down.
enough to know how to, they've had,
Jake,
things have happened.
I just want Jake to appear behind me too.
All right, can we do this one more time?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Emotional
Don't have wine
trenches, team.
Yes.
But yeah, so I'm just going to go to my final advice and I just say,
I like it.
and that's what I would, I think that's what the guy should say to her. Listen, I get that this was a big thing, because also ask yourself, like, what are the other things that she's not letting go? Because there's got to be other stuff that he just doesn't mention in this question. And if she is the one that she just fights dirty, she brings up old shit, then yeah, I don't know. I mean, this does kind of sound like a nightmare. And, then yeah, I mean, I think that if she says that she's not doing anything wrong, yeah, then you just get divorced and take your 40% back somehow.
Because they've only just begun. That's my final advice.
Yep.
You've only
is the
just
beginning.
begun, motherfuckers. So
All right.
calm down, let it go, like get frozen about this shit, let it go, and just keep trying to have babies.
Yeah.
Or kill yourself. Those are my 2 choices. Procreate or die.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, you don't want to have babies with her. That entire time in the delivery rooms, I'm doing so much more work than you. 8% more. I'm doing like 99% of the work. I'm doing all the pushing, all the labor pains. All you're doing is sitting there listening to me. That's all you're doing.
Also, are they both mathematicians? Can we write back to them? Like, what do they do for work? Are they accountants?
Yeah, I
know.
mean, it does sound like that, something. So
Yeah.
All right, can I give my
Joel-
final advice?
Wait. First,
Yeah.
Joel says, I saw Amy disappear and thought, time for a diaper change. But then I realized that Jake didn't turn his camera off. That's right. No, I'm already strapped up with the pens like an astronaut going to kill the
If anyone's getting a diaper change
ex.
from Amy next, it's
me.
Joel says, "Goddamn, I miss day drinking." LOL. Yeah, congrats on quitting drinking, bud. You know.
Yeah,
Here's,
congratulations. Wait, how long's it been? He gave us his
few
been
weeks, right?
I think it's been
Something. But yeah, congrats, man.
Congratulations, Joel.
Do it.
Don't let us keep you down. Okay.
Don't let us.
Don't let this podcast shove you off the wagon.
So what other final advice do we have for this person?
My final advice is
go.
I think this is a very healthy relationship, and I don't see a divorce at all coming in their future at all. Okay. No, honestly, my genuine advice is I think for some reason she needs acknowledgement and he's not giving it to her. And I think he just, I don't know, sir, you need to eat her out a little bit harder.
Yeah.
You need to tell her that she's prettier. I don't know, a couple more times.
40% more downtown. That's
Yeah.
what I'm looking for.
So she's not feeling
She wouldn't
heard.
care about
She's not
10%
feeling
she had
seen.
now.
So the only thing she has right now is be like, I paid 60. So, sir, maybe if you gave her a little extra boom boom and maybe a little extra like, hey, you look really pretty. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying, I think it will go. She might be quiet.
Okay.
Yeah, I think for just 40% more dick, and you'll cut the complaining down by about 300%. That's the math.
Well,
I'm doing
that
right
was
now.
really the slogan for the penis pump back in the 70s. So
It was.
Yeah,
that was Viagra's old slogan right there. Tired of your wife bitching about a fucking down payment for a mortgage and won't shut up about it? Just pop some blue pills and make her shut up.
Yeah, get hung.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, was that the slogan or was it I'm 90 and still want to feel valuable? Like that was the slogan for Viagra. It still is.
That's the move.
Jake, what's your or Jen, did you give your final advice?
I did. They should kill themselves.
Yeah. I thought
but
so,
I'm angry.
Okay.
And let me reiterate, sir, when you are telling her that she's pretty, it's not your penis that's pretty. It's she is pretty.
Oh, but when this penis wears a little wig, it is actually very cute.
Yeah.
Why don't we go into the business of penis wigs? How cute would that be?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I know that there are like penis hats that you can buy, but why not penis wigs? Like a little Marilyn Monroe penis wig?
Or one of those, what's the, like from the movie, like from Chicago, a little like, she walked in the joint, like a little short.
Yeah, like a Roxy
black
wig.
hair.
Yeah.
Roxy, that's her name. Good one.
Yeah.
Guys could line up side by side and they could do little plays, little puppet shows.
Little Dolly Parton 9 to 5 wig. It'd be great. I saw Puppetry of the Penis off Broadway, and my lasting memory of that show was that the theater smelled. So there's that.
Coincidentally, Mike and I were talking about Puppetry of the Penis today.
It always
said something to me along the lines of my penis isn't going to rub itself. And I said, well, actually it can. In Puppetry of the Penis, they do rub, the penises do rub themselves. So
yeah.
Nice.
Why doesn't he get himself a little hand puppet and him and his lamb chop will have a fine Saturday.
That's right. They've already got cock rings. We're going to have a whole cock ensemble. It's going to be a whole cock accessory. It's going to be great.
Oh my God.
You know what state's going to embrace that? It's probably Tennessee. Because if they hate drag, they're going to love penis drag.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're going to outlaw all the cock costumes that aren't male costumes. They're going to be like, this is not right. You can have a penis puppetry show in front of kids as long as the dick is dressed
as
like
long
a
as
man.
they're in like mullets or like, but no Dolly Parton.
Dressed like Ted Nugent, we're good.
It has like a little business suit.
Yeah. They do have a lot of the drag men. People ask me all the time, Jake, you have a kid now. Would you take your kid to a drag story hour? I say, fuck no. We don't read books in this family.
Right?
We wait until the drag movie comes out on Netflix that's based off the drag
grown-ups.
We don't read. Read.
But also I love the idea. You know, like, do you guys like know the trench coat flasher, like that sort of stereotype?
Yeah.
Whatever? What if the penis itself has a little trench coat and he's just like, does that no?
Yeah. It could be Trench Coat Mafia the musical. It'll be
among
awesome.
the best boylesque numbers I ever saw back when I was a burlesque queen. I saw a boylesque number where the guy came dressed as Pop from the Rice Krispies Snap, Crackle, and Pop.
Yeah.
And he came out and to that song Dirty Pop. Remember that song?
Yeah.
In sync. And then when he finally revealed the ding dong, it was actually a plastic dildo dressed as
Nice.
one of the other rice, and then he fucked a Rice Krispies box.
Yeah,
Hilarious. It's one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
I mean, talk about an artist.
Super messy, but what an art form. That's all.
My dick many times has been compared to a Rice Krispie, so I like that one.
I mean, he had a plastic pink fun thing, but I'm just saying.
I'm sorry,
if the
I left for a second. Rice Krispie Pop, what?
Well, Jen was just explaining how they invented Rice Krispie treats in the beginning. It was basically a guy came into a Rice Krispie box, and they thought, wait a second, what if we did this with marshmallows?
They were like, there's a market for this. Let's shape them into peeps. We've got this.
Joel on YouTube says, it's not going to rub itself. Well, it better learn how. Yeah, it's a good.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I like that.
There's a bumper sticker.
Jake, what's your final advice for this question?
All right, my final advice. I mean, you could do the mature thing and either A, talk to her about it and be like, hey, why do you keep bringing this up? And we know that ain't going to happen. You could do a slightly less mature thing. It sort of, it makes
write
me
a Reddit
think
question
to the, just write another question, I think. But no, it makes me think of that scene in A Bronx Tale where Chaz Palminteri sees the main character chasing that kid that owes him $20. And he's like, why are you chasing him for $20? You know what I mean? Like, that's not that. Do you like him? He's like, no, I fucking hate him. And he's like, well, for $20, he's out of your life forever. You could just fucking hand her the 10%. You know what I mean? Just save up, like, here's 10%. I don't want to hear your fucking mouth anymore. You know what I mean? Like, you could do that.
And throw it at her too.
Yeah. Make it rain.
With the divorce papers all at once.
And some Rice Krispies.
10% plus the divorce papers.
That's right. It's here's the 10%. Now I want a divorce. Or here's what I think you should do. Here's my real advice. I think like you're both on the you pay property insurance. You know what I mean? You're both probably on that equally. When she's gone at work someday and you're quote unquote
lazy bitch
gone at work. Oh yeah, that's right. Send her away. Send her to her mother's house. Send her to her mother's house. And while she's at her mother's house, you what? Burn your house down and make it look like an electrical fire. Yeah. You'll both collect the insurance equally. And then you what? Each pay half on the new house.
I mean, that's the best final advice. Burn it to the ground.
Sure.
That's right. Insurance fraud.
Definitely.
That's my final advice to you.
Starting over is certainly an option.
Yes, burn your fucking house down, sir. And then you'll each have 50% of the down payment on the next house from the insurance.
Yeah. Awesome.
Boom.
Well, I think we answered that question. I think we should move on to our next question.
Absolutely. Next question on the Love Gurus podcast. People, give us your questions at loveguruspodcast@yahoo.com. Or even better, watch live every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, or randomly now if we just decide to do one, on the weekends or something, So keep follow us on socials at Love Gurus Podcast, man. We may post little bonus episodes, whatever. But for right now, we're going to take our next question from the Wild Animals on Reddit.
Next question.
I like your dancing, Jen.
Thank you. This song was moving me. I was excited.
Oh yeah.
Guy I started dating made out with an older coworker. I'm
how old?
22.
Yeah. I gotta know her age before I just determine whether this is
31-year-old was disgusting.
She had bags under her eyes. It's so gross.
I'm 23 and I work at a
fuck off.
Literally most of the planet's older. Will you stop?
I'm 23 and I work at a busy dive bar. And this new guy who's 23, I had started seeing a few weeks ago, came into my work while I was there. He started talking to this lady who's 52.
Oh, no.
And they talked for about an hour. She must have
crust in her vagina.
And they were talking for about
She's
an
like
hour.
Almost dead.
I turned around and saw them kissing at the bar rail. When I turned around and saw what was happening, I was like, what the hell? And was very taken aback. Me and this guy had a bunch of mutual friends and get along great. I actually really liked him. We hadn't established that we were exclusive, but now he's making out with my 52-year-old coworker in front of me. I mean, is this something that we can bounce back from, or is this situation over?
Yeah,
I mean,
my first comment is, who makes out at the bar rail? We have drinks to get to customers. Get out of the fucking way. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to reveal my multiple years.
That's
as a
this new
bartender, but
Zennial
move, bitch.
fucking generation. No work ethic. They just
No
want to
work
bang
ethic.
52-year-olds.
Bunch of lazies.
Yeah. Just out there trying to bang Gen Xers while they're on the clock. Your
Wait a minute.
eth-
So they're
your
not
work
even in
ethic
a
is dog shit.
relationship.
yeah.
He shows up at her job, starts making out with somebody else. Doesn't matter if she's 12 or 52, honestly. I mean, I guess the 12 part would matter.
Can
more.
we bounce back from this non-relationship?
Some might matter.
What are we bouncing back from? Like,
Well,
it's ridiculous.
here's why I picked this question, because I think, for me, my
the
first
theme
hot
is
take is,
delusion.
yeah, it's for, this is just an age shaming thing. She's just wanting to shade her older coworker. It doesn't matter if the guy she's dating is, if the person he's making out with is 86 or 23. It's like, the guy you're dating is making out with someone in front of you. He's obviously a douchebag. But the
Also,
fact
the
that,
guy you've said you're not dating. But
Yeah,
you
Yeah,
wanna
I
be
was just gonna
dating.
say, I'm on this guy's side. I'm on
Totally
this
on
guy's
this
side
guy's
all
side.
the
totally
fucking
on this
way.
guy's side. He sounds
we
like
just-
he's like, yeah,
He should have ate that grandma out at the bar.
Damn
Yeah, he
straight.
sees women. He's just like, cool, a hot woman. He's like, oh, you're 86, awesome. You're 52, I'm even further it. Like, doesn't give a shit. I like this guy.
Okay, I like this guy for two reasons. A, he doesn't age shame,
Amen.
B, it would be wrong to be making out in front of your girlfriend. That said, I don't think they're dating. I think he's just hooked up with her a couple times. She's fucking delusional right now.
I don't even think they've hooked up. I think she had the
Yes.
hope of them becoming a couple, and now
Interesting.
that dream is gone because she
Yeah.
couldn't
Yep.
handle that he actually was interested in a 52-year-old. Hence, can we reverse this? How many times are 52-year-old guys making out with 23-year-old girls? Come on.
Yeah.
Like all the
Again,
time.
my
breaking the
whiskey
glass
sour
ceiling.
needs a cherry. Move it over, lovebird.
Yeah, no, they're totally not dating. Now he's a terrible employee for sure. So is she.
So is she.
Oh, he
They're
doesn't
terrible.
work there. He's just
Oh.
a regular.
But the other,
Then he's a good
the other lady
customer.
is
Wait,
she's a
so-
terrible employee.
Yeah, she's a terrible employee for sure.
Yeah, well, then that means this guy needs to give the bartender a tip because
Oh, he's giving her
gave
more
her
than a
with the
tip.
customer,
Oh,
and he's
tough.
supposed to be running
Yeah.
drinks.
He gave the bartender a tip. It was, we're not dating because I'm fucking your coworker at the bar rail. Don't stand up in a canoe. That was his extra tip. Like, it's
That's
the end
true.
of that.
Oh, Suzanne's frozen.
Oh.
No.
Oh, no,
Oh,
let
you're
it
back.
go.
You're back. Suzanne,
Let
you're
it
frozen.
go.
You're back now.
I was so scared. I was everything blacked out. Mike, I woke up. Mike's bleeding on the floor. What?
My God.
Nice.
You've bought 40% of a house. You don't even know what's happening anymore.
She caught him making out with some 52-year-old at the bar downstairs. It's a whole goddamn ordeal now.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, but yeah. What did I miss?
Nothing.
Oh,
Oh,
Joel on
This,
YouTube
this chick
says,
sucks.
boss got pissed but couldn't do anything about it. He knew I'd tell his wife if he did.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, I mean, I think her advice of like, oh, should not date this guy? You aren't dating him.
Right.
But I just wanted to call this person out because she just kind of sounds like a douche.
Yeah.
As my little gets messed up. Okay.
Listen, we've all hoped to date someone, right? Like we've all.
Yeah,
Like, I've been watching old episodes of The Walking Dead, and I banged Daryl. I'm just saying, at no point am I going to be like, wait a minute, he's making out with his wife. Like, that's weird. Like, it's not real, sis. Take it down.
I banged Daryl once too, but it was way different circumstances. We were both in Rikers, and shit got real.
Yeah, it does, as it does.
See, this is why I love watching young people try and figure out love and relationships. It takes them 5 years to be living together, have an apartment together, and then be like, oh, well, he didn't want to have kids, so we had to break up. And I'm like, oh, boo-hoo. Do you know how long that takes for an adult to figure that out? 30 seconds. You don't want kids? Move on. They're just and then they're crying I don't know. They don't want the same thing as me. See, she is so young. She doesn't even realize that she is a side piece or I just love this 52-year-old because she is putting so much energy into this 52-year-old making out with this 23-year-old. And this 52-year-old was like, yeah, I just made out with a 23-year-old and went on with her life.
We don't know how old he is, do we? Did she say how old he is?
23, both 23.
Yeah, they're both 23.
Okay, thank you.
He's 52. But that's what I love. This 52-year-old has probably just made out with a 23-year-old and went home for the night. And, that was it. Or went home with him. And that was
She
it.
never thought about it again. She was like, whatever.
And this 23-year-old, her entire life is wrecked. Ruined.
She doesn't rob the cradle because she owns the goddamn thing. That's how she rolls.
It's just like the amount of time that they take out of their life just trying to figure out, like, oh my God, do they love me? I don't know. He was gonna be my Prince Charming.
Yeah. I pinned all my hopes to him for the last week and he's let me down.
I gave you the best 3 weeks of my life.
I don't know.
Oh my God,
making out
not
with
since I was a junior in high school have I committed so hard.
I say young people deserve everything they get.
Yeah. Dude, she totally is making me think this is the lady from the beginning of Wayne's World, who comes in giving him the I got you an anniversary present. We broke up 6 months ago.
Yeah.
That's her. She's doing that right now to this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I give my final advice. So any other final advice for this question?
Let it go, girl.
Yeah. Can we drink to Delusion?
Can we drink to that 52-year-old lady? Fucking
she's the real hero of this
You
story.
cock block the lime on that gin and tonic, bitch. Do it.
That's right.
Awesome. Well, I think we answered that question.
I think my final advice is hang out with that 52-year-old. Let her take you under her wing. She's got it going on and you don't.
It's think of you and her as Aladdin and Jasmine, and let her take you on a magic carpet ride.
Wow, this letter just took a turn to penthouse level, I think.
That's right. I've seen so many videos on YouPorn that start this exact same way, and they all have happy endings.
Don't you make out with my boyfriend?
Positive.
Wait, what?
Suzanne, can you sing the magic carpet ride and I'll go in the background?
Yeah, sure. Take you on a magic carpet ride.
Next week on the Love Guru's RedTube channel.
I was thinking the Steppenwolf one.
Oh, yeah.
60s.
Different.
Awesome. Well, I think we answered that question. Let's do another question.
Absolutely. Next question on the Love Gurus podcast. People, write your questions in the Love Gurus podcast at yahoo.com. Make sure to check us out on YouTube. Watch us live. Give us your questions. Give us your comments right there in the chat. We're going to take another one from the wild animals on Reddit.
Next question. Single-proof house? I would love to hear your advice. I'm 32 and I'm single and I live alone. I met Josh, who's 35, in February and have been talking to him and have been on since then, and we've been on 3 dates. He came over to my place for the first time and all was well.
Yes, move in.
Then he got quiet, grumpy, and overall seemed a bit off. He didn't stay for the night and planned that like we had planned, and that night ended quickly. I texted him asking if anything was wrong, and he told me that I was gross to be dating him while I obviously had someone regularly staying with me. I was confused. I'd already told him that my dating history, and he knew I wasn't seeing or talking with anyone else. He said that he saw 2 toothbrushes in my bathroom and a men's razor in my shower, and that he isn't stupid. I've been having someone stay over regularly. My sister has been going through a divorce. He's well aware of that, and I've talked to him about it a lot. It's her toothbrush, and the men's razors are mine. I buy them because they're better than women's razors.
And cheaper.
I explained this to him.
Really?
He said
that. Yes.
I explained
Women pay more for fucking everything. Jesus Christ, women's clothes, the price is through the roof, man. You always hear
pink
about
razors are like $2 more than the like regular.
It's
big
true.
razors.
Yeah.
You always hear about the wage gap, but never the fact that like a blouse for a woman is like $7,000, and it's like, what the fuck?
And doesn't have pockets. Anyway, sorry.
No pockets.
So I explained all of this to him, and he said that it was a convenient answer, but that he doesn't believe me. I don't know. Is this even worth saving? But also, even if this guy doesn't work out, do I need to single proof my house?
No, I have a question.
Then go through.
Yes, in the front there. Mhm.
Thank you, Ms. Shepard. Based on your reading of this question, had they met in person previous to this?
Yes. So this would have been
Date number 3.
Three dates prior. This was the first time that he had come over to
her home.
Mhm.
Okay, but he'd seen her.
Yes.
Okay. So that I'm take away my first. Second, girl, let him go. Cut it loose. Move on. Fuck that.
Pretty
dude.
rough.
Yeah. It's
you never hear it.
He's not stupid. He's just dumb. Let it go.
You never hear a speech at a 50th anniversary where the couple's like, I'll never forget when we first dated and you started screaming at me because you found my sister's toothbrush. Like, it's just, this is not a happy long-term relationship.
No.
Well, if it's this serious within 3, like if he's this mad within the first 3 dates and this like controlling and a little bit like this insecure, just imagine, like, if you married him, like, I feel like you wouldn't be able to flinch. Girl, all I can say is just don't try to hold on to him because you're feeling a little bit lonely or feeling pressure that you need to get married or feeling pressure that you need to have kids at a certain time or that you're like, just no, he is not the one. Yeah. Run away.
Also, what is single proofing your house? Like, by single
this
proofing
is
my house, do I add an extra dildo? Like, how do I prove that I'm single? Do you know what I mean? Like,
is that that's not what you hang your
look
coats
what
on?
I found
Like
in your
That's what I hang my
drawer.
coats
It's
on.
a dildo. You're clearly single. Like, what's the what is?
Well, but see, this is why I chose this question though, because I think that as even though I'm in a relationship, it's definitely like something that I would think about when I was single. It's like, if I knew someone was going to come over, thought someone was going to come over, first of all, I would clean.
Yes.
Secondly, it's, kind of,
and by clean, you mean your lady parts.
Yeah. Who needs a Q-tip? Okay.
Just be thankful she has a razor, dude. Calm down.
Yeah. But also, I mean,
she could be going
even
full
though that this
Occupy
guy
Wall
is
Street
crazy,
right now.
but I do think that there's something you do need to at least take a look around and think, what if I am dating this person and look at this house for the first time? Yeah, maybe your ex left something in the corner that you kind of forgot about and don't see anymore. Get rid of that stuff. So even though this guy's crazy, I think in general, if you are single, have a look around your house. Right. She's not wrong. She's completely justified in her thing, but other people in general.
But also in general, that should apply to things like photos of you and your ex fucking, right? It should that's what if this guy's poking around.
I used to have a giant mural of that right above my bed. It looked like
cut that down. Good call, Jake. Good call. Yeah.
And dude, women got so prudish about the fucking thing,
What a bunch of bitches. But if this
guy's 52,
so deep,
that's gross.
If he's in your bathroom bear asprin, only 60-year-old men with heart problems take that. Who are you fucking? Do you know what I mean? Calm down, dude. Why are you going through her shit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Why is there Viagra and Rogaine in your medicine cabinet?
There's a level of creepiness here to me.
Okay, in all fairness, I don't blame him for being creepy, creeping around her stuff. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I probably
because it's a girl thing.
Would have creeped a little bit, just been like, hey, just want to know.
Dude, this is some bitch ass shit you're
really
doing.
Single. Well, I want to know if he's really single. What am I getting into?
Yeah.
But, whoa, this conversation of him flipping out way too soon. Way too soon. I'd be like, you know what? It's going well. I don't think I'm the only girl that he's with right now. And then maybe a month later, maybe say, hey, are you dating anyone else? But dude, put in the claims to I acknowledge him for snooping. I would too. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh no, me too. I just wouldn't be a baby about it.
Right.
Yeah, he is. He's being way too much of a baby. Come on.
Yeah, you can't snoop this early in the relationship
and reveal
and then act like you're in a fucking straight up arranged marriage from the 18th century. That's this ain't
he's
the rules.
crazy because of the reveal. He's not crazy for snooping.
That's it. Yeah, no, we all snoop. I mean, but
curious. You want to know, it's too early to have the are we exclusive chat, but you kind of want to see if there's I get it, but it's you can't get shitty about it.
Who among us hasn't gone back home with a dude and been like, have you ever washed these sheets? Before we even got to toothbrushes. But it's that weird
it's just kind of weird.
The fight is weird.
Wait,
he's doing it backwards. He should be having the are we exclusive talk before the whose stuff is it? I mean, it's so weird, man. You're doing it way in the reverse. Even like forget about the amount of time it's been. You have to have that talk. Boundaries have to be set in place before you accuse anyone of breaking.
Especially if she said before, as I think I recall from the letter, Suzanne, that she had already told him sometimes her sister stays. Do you know what I mean?
Did.
Like
She said that.
if they've already been there and then he sees the toothbrush and his first thought is what? It's blue, so it can't be his sister's. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like there's something missing, right? Because it's not like she came up with that excuse after.
Girls don't like green.
It's not like he said, I saw another toothbrush. Whose is it? And she was all, my sister sometimes stays here, right? Like they'd already established that. So calm down, friend.
Yeah.
It would be weird if she was going that far out of her way for that elaborate of a lie for something she technically doesn't need to lie about.
Doesn't need to lie about.
Even if she was like, yeah, hey, this is some guy I've been fucking. Why? Because we're not exclusive. We just started seeing each other. What's it to you? You know, even like that would be a perfectly acceptable answer. At
least they're on date number 3 as opposed to just I kind of like him, but he's making out with somebody else.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
it's true. Well, both this psycho and that psycho from the last question need to hook up, and they can have like an all-timey 1940s version of relationships together.
Imagine what their math fight would be about, right? Like 30% of the time I thought you were actually with somebody else, but 20% of the time you said it was your sister, but 68% of the time it was somebody in their 50s. Do you know what I mean? Like,
that's right.
You
switched deodorants. What are you trying to hide? You smell of lies.
There's
no
did
way
I
that
hear you when you read it that he actually said it. She was disgusting or gross or something, like the situation was gross or disgusting.
He called her gross.
See, that's not nice. That's just like if a guy called me gross, I'm like, oh, like for maybe having another guy, like maybe I'm like, let me show you gross, okay?
Yeah.
Like I can
if I was her and he called me gross, I would go full Amber Heard and drop a grumpy in his bed. I'd be like, this is gross.
Like that's just not nice. Like him already calling her gross, like you know,
right on her phone, I would drop it. Oh no, wait, that's
right. That's right. I'd duke you all over his iPhone. I'd be like, how smart is this phone now, sir? It's covered with fecal matter.
So I feel like I've given my final advice. What other final advice do we have?
Before we do final advice, Joel on YouTube's got some comments. He says, the razors and extra toothbrush is how he knows, but the cream pie he ate previously didn't give it away. Yeah, he's not a good detective.
He's not a good detective.
He says single proofing means hiding the restraints. Joel says, I agree. I disagree, Amy. My ex-wife loved green. That's why she cleaned my bank account out when we split up.
Oh, nice one, Joel. Nicely played, Joel.
All right, Joel, I'm with you, but never disagree with me again.
Yeah, I was a little worried, but then I was like, yeah, all right, good joke.
Yeah, very good joke. Yeah. So what other final advice do we have for this person?
Get rid of him. Like, goodbye. See you later. Like, you don't have to single proof your house. You don't have to make a single fucking change, girl. Like, from one single lady to another. Like, leave your shit all over the place. Dirty underwear, 16 toothbrushes. Who gives a shit? If he can't handle you at your least single proofed, he can't handle you at your most single proofed. Mazel tov.
My final advice is instead of spending your time writing this entire email for advice, just watch the Love Gurus. Come on.
Like and subscribe. Watch live every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Yes.
Yeah, she definitely would do better.
We answer questions.
Yeah. Okay. Any other final advice?
Yes. Okay. My final advice: don't get rid of him.
Is this guy single now? No, sorry.
Keep him around. It's like, breaking it off. That's just, that's just sort of you letting him sort of be a thorn in your side and pulling out the thorn. What I say is you keep the thorn in and you put your own thorn in the thorn. Okay. Let him come over and find more stuff. If he didn't like that toothbrush, he's going to hate the GIMP mask.
Nice.
He's got a lot of questions about the GIMP mask, about this. He's going to be like, I didn't even know they made 3-sided dildos. What the hell is this?
Like he comes over and her whole trash can's just full of spermicide, empty spermicide cans.
And there's just boxers, just dirty boxers on every Like she's made
Yes.
pillow covers of them.
Yeah.
There's now photos everywhere blown up of Jake and his ex. Like it's just crazy.
Yeah. It's like, why is that Jake raw dogging a 52-year-old bar skank on your?
And is that drink
what is
ever
that?
going to get a swizzle stick? What the fuck?
And then I'll be like, excuse me, I'm married to him. Shouldn't we have had this conversation a long time ago? No more raw dog and pictures.
I
of your
paid
exes hanging up,
60% of
Jake.
that art.
All right, here's what I used to do to people when they would pass out at parties. This is my favorite thing to do: is you take a condom, you open it, and then if you got white hand soap, spit will also work. You put the white hand soap in there, and then you tie it up and you put it in their pocket. You do that with like 3 dozen condoms. Just leave them in a cabinet somewhere. You have what appears to be a whole legion's worth of fake. Make it look like you ran a train on a legion. Just an insane, thousands of fake used condoms, just to see the goddamn look on his face.
That is the absolute opposite of single proofing.
See, now that's
Right, do it when he
gross.
opens the
That's
cupboard.
what we would call gross, okay?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Little gross.
Yeah.
That deserves
Gross.
gross.
Uh-huh.
Girl.
That's single embracing. That's like whatever the opposite of proofing is, like when you just let your baby fall down the stairs, whatever that is.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing in this example.
Homicide,
When you just give a baby a
irresponsibility.
knife, that's the other side.
Sentence.
No, here's
I
some
didn't-
fire, right? Like that's what we want to do.
Yeah.
I
Awesome.
say, wait and shove them all in a cabinet,
Yes.
and then ask him to get something out of that cabinet.
And you're like, hey,
They
do you
all-
want some nachos? Third cabinet to the left.
They just fall and hit him in the head. He's getting pelted with what appears to be used condom. And you dip him in like bleach and tuna juice and everything. Like you make them smell used,
Right?
like
You're
you
like, this
really
isn't gonna be
nasty
tasty with
these
the
condoms up.
hummus. Get the other
Yeah.
bag.
Uh-huh. You ruin this man's life. Every time he even looks at a cabinet now, he's just going to have flashbacks like a vet playing with firecrackers, It's just going to be fucking wild, dude. You
Love
ruin
it.
this man's life.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I think we answered that question. I think let's do one more question.
Absolutely. Last question on the Love Gurus podcast. People, if you've got questions, we want to hear your questions. Watch live every single Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, or random times, Follow us on socials at Love Gurus Podcast on all social. We go live random times now. That may be a regular thing. So follow us. Share us with a friend. We're going to take our last question from the wild animals on Reddit.
Online dating in a small town. I live in a very small town where everyone knows everyone. I've dated around and it's impossible to find someone who doesn't know you or have a friend that you dated or used to work with. I'm recently divorced and want to try various online dating. I'm looking for more of a friends with benefit scenario, maybe a little bit more someone to spend time with, but not jump back into the dating scene fully. I know dating apps can let you pick where you want to choose from, but how do I date in my small town and still not have anyone know who I am or what I'm really interested in? Or
Who wrote this?
mask.
Gary Glitter? What the fuck is this?
I know. Is
That
there a
sounds
small
creepy.
town in reality?
Like, wear a disguise. I don't know.
so he's basically saying, okay, like so clearly he has no idea how like the apps work, right? But his question is,
I really
I
did
keep
feel
trying
like
to
he
get a
was
girl,
gonna.
but Chinese food shows up. Like
Yeah,
I'm
I
using
really-
the wrong
yeah.
app.
I really thought his thing was like, how does this Tinder thing work? Can someone please tell me how to
Yeah.
swipe? I get this swiping.
I keep
Yeah.
swiping left, but I never get any responses. I think my phone's broken.
yeah, so his concern, he wants to date online or find hookups and stuff, but he doesn't want someone that he knows to come across his profile. And he doesn't want to, I guess, reveal, maybe it sounds like he lives in like a religious area where, he's just trying to hook up. He doesn't want to be in a relationship. So he doesn't want people to know that sinful part of him. Here's what I suggest. My suggestion for this guy is just get really hot. Get really hot and then post your pictures. And it's, if you're really hot, I think it's not going to matter. People are going to be like, oh yeah, but that's Joel. Joel's just like, hot. So.
Also, keep
There you
in
go.
mind, small town really hot is different than like LA, New York really hot,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like you
like
could be like
LA
an LA,
hot.
New York 4
So
and be banging everybody.
So
in your
small
tiny
town hot is just like take a shower. Is
Right.
That what we're
That's
talking
what I'm
about? Okay.
saying.
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
Small Town Hot is also my favorite Taylor Swift song. Love that song.
Yeah.
I'm the
But-
problem, it's me.
Yeah. It's, but yeah, I get, because I mean, I get it, you know, but also at the same time, like, you know, you do you. Like, if you've just gone through this like bad divorce, yeah, maybe the reason why you're unhappy is because you're like not being true to yourself. Oh, you're scared that people are going to know that you want to have a friends with benefit. Like, have you read the internet? Do you know what the internet is? Like,
But also the reality of small towns. And I think all 4 of us are from small
Yeah.
places,
Smaller
right?
city, you know.
Right? Is that
Yeah.
like, you know, the name of my town that I grew up in is Brewerton. There's 6 people there. The point is, they are going to all know who you are, dude. Like, they're all going to know who you
Yeah.
are. They're all going to talk about it at the Big M. Like, you live 3 minutes from your ex, take it down 1,000. And might I offer, date in the next town.
Yes, I was just gonna suggest
what?
that.
Well,
Hey, dude,
that's what Jen.
about
That's what I
small
was
town.
thinking.
Car
Possibly get to
and
the
drive
next
to
town.
Yeah.
the next town, my friend.
I was like, does
That's
this
right.
guy not have a car? What's going on?
It's a beautiful thing about small towns. There's a fuck ton of them. There's a main street with all the
Get
bars
on
on
your
them. You just go to the next
donkey,
main
whatever
street
you
and
need
boom.
to do to get your ass to the next town and get your friend with benefits over there. And then
30-minute
when you're ready
drive.
for a serious relationship, you bring it back home or whatever you need
Yeah.
to do, or move, fucking move. That would be my real advice. But like, you know, there's other go next door, friend.
And
Yeah.
it sucks, dude. I feel bad for the guy. You know, he's trying to get back in the dating game. A,
Yeah.
he hasn't done it in a long time. B, he's been married. I know what marriage does to you. You know, now he's got to get back on the horse now that he's heavier, he's balder, you know? It's like it just ain't going the same, you know? And so
So you
but
went to
look-
elementary school with everyone in your town. So go to the next
I know.
town.
Yes,
Next town.
that's
Yeah.
why you got to go to the next town, because you know what? In the next town, in every next town in America, there's a 52-year-old bar skank waiting for all of us, dude.
Yeah.
All of us. You're gonna be all right.
I mean, that's why they invented
That
That's
international
why they
anthem.
invented the transatlantic railroad, is to get to the next town to new bitches. Okay,
That's
It
right.
wasn't about gold. Gold
That's
my
right.
ass, friend.
Rockefeller was like, I'm gonna go mine for something. And it's for 52-year-old bar skanks in another town.
Pussy.
I
I'm
do.
gonna throw on my non-ironic
Can you
monocle, and those
see?
52-year-olds are gonna love this shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
no, it's hard. It's not easy, friend. Small towns aren't easy. Make it work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Fine.
do have a student that I teach on Zoom that her town is so small that she lives in Alaska that in order for her to leave or come back or anyone to get anything to her, they actually have to fly.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay,
wow.
that's
So-
different.
Yeah.
I feel like
That's
that's
why everything
specific.
is-
It's very
So,
Alaska's
sir,
so
if you're not
expensive.
from that small town in Alaska, one, you need to get a car and get out, okay?
Yeah.
Or, sir, I'm sure whatever job you have, if you're not staying there for your kid or whatever, just get another job in another place. Like, I mean, I'm sure that place will pay you double for doing the same exact
Listen,
thing.
if you have to drive 25 minutes to get to the mall, do you know what I mean? Like, you got to get to your Sears. You got to go 20 minutes to get to
Right.
the mall because you're in that small of a town. You
Dillard's
can go
Run.
20 more minutes
Yeah.
to get to your pussy. Like, come on. Embrace, friend. Embrace. Washing machines. Like, just keep going.
He drives to the next town, and their mall is actually a vagina. Like, it's It's
I
a
can park
vagina.
in this vagina? That rocks.
What? There's no valet? Bullshit. That would be at the click, I would assume.
Does this vagina have an Orange Julius? Great. I love Orange Julius's. You never see those in
Fucking got an
vaginas
Auntie
anymore.
Anne's pretzels, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretzel
Yeah.
vagina. It's even shaped like a vagina, these pretzels. These are great.
Yeah, well, I've given my final advice for this question. Any other final advice for this person?
If he doesn't want to drive to the next town, I just say, wear a disguise, change your looks, and remarry your first wife. And she'd be like, hey, this isn't the same penis, okay? I swear.
Yeah.
I want to bring us
Yeah.
right back to the beginning, but call back. Put a wig on that ding dong, friend.
Put
She'll
a
never
wig on it.
know.
Yeah.
It's you again.
Put a wig on your wedding taggle. And then on your wedding night, you pull off the fake mustache off of both your heads and you go, it was Jerry the whole time. This isn't even my real
You're like
voice.
business
Yeah.
in the front, but party in the back of both ends, bitch.
That's right.
Like you've got the mullet, penis wig. You are ready.
Yeah.
All I did was cut my mullet. I mean, it's sort of like Bruce Wayne or what's his name? Clark Kent taking the glasses off.
Yeah.
How did you not know it was me? Like, it wasn't even a
Right?
good disguise.
No
Joel
one knew
and-
Bruce Wayne was Robert Pattinson because he's just got that bad hair in the new one, right?
Yeah.
Like, come
Yeah.
on, friend, get a different wig on that ding dong.
Joel on YouTube says, "Who the hell wrote this Bruce Wayne?" He said, I'd had to back up the feed. It sounded like Suzanne said, "Joel, that has never been said in the same sentence before with the word hot."
All right. What other final advice do we have?
My final advice is just get the dick wig, man. Get the dick
Get
wig.
the dick wig, and ask your mom for gas cards at Christmas.
Yeah.
But I'll bet this dude's packing not just any wig. He needs the big wig. Yeah, some big wigs for dudes like this.
Yeah.
You
Perfect.
guys,
Well,
I can't wait till we release these. I feel like we are going to make some money.
The dick wig.
Oh, yeah. Oh man, it's gonna be awesome. I love the idea that it's like we somehow make like an art installation where people come and like look at these pictures, and then at the end they just get a little slip of paper and it's like, "P.S. These were all just penises and wigs." We're like, what?
We actually put the sign at waist level. So
Yeah.
they have to
Yeah.
bend over.
They have to bend over.
We
But,
even made ones for uncircumcised ones that like tuck in, you know, they
Right,
like
yeah,
tuck in
abs.
there and then cover it up.
We're not racist. Does that apply? No.
Awesome. Well, I think we answered that question. I think we answered all of these questions.
Absolutely.
Super duper good. This has been such a fun extra episode.
This has been a fun bonus
for
episode.
having
Thank you
me,
to all the
kids.
listeners. Thank you to Joel on YouTube, man.
Yeah.
This was
Yes,
awesome.
Joel.
Thank you to our guests. Thank you to Jenn
Yeah.
Wehrung. Thank you to Amy Liszka. Thank you to
Word.
everybody
Say that
out there
about Liszka.
listening. Until next week, like and subscribe to podcast. Check us out on YouTube live every single Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Until next time, a later.